Live. Hey, unbelievable. I'll just remove the music in the beginning anyway. I could go on SoundCloud, but I gotta run out in town right quick. Ganja and T, well, they had to go to Tucson and take care of something right quick. But wait till a few of y'all come on in. I gotta stop at the post office right quick. I gotta get back and call Aetna. I gotta call Social Security about, I didn't get the thing for my, what you call it? It's not too smart. I'm American, still in the Marine Corps and the Army. No, you're Mexican, you don't know what the hell your ancestors did. You don't know who you really are. Be careful who you play around with and what you play with. That's what you better do. Yeah, Goombas. Yeah, Andy, let a few more people come in. I'm gonna start at the post office. Got to run in the which call right quick, pick up a couple things, and then come on back and wait for the guys to get back. It's gonna be like in the 60s today. We have a big fire warning. I'm gonna look and check it out again after I get off. And I got a live set up for I think 11 o'clock. And I would advise y'all to have a whole lot of folk coming in. All right. I'm gonna be as respectful and quaint as possible. Okay. I'm not gonna be all going crazy, but I'm gonna speak on some things. Okay, whether historical, well, there's some things historically real, and then there are the things that are touchy like. Me, I'll run in here right quick. Check my mail right quick, guys. Say good morning to the fine postman in there. He's a good guy. I'll be right back. All right. Hold on. wish this was wood coming in. I don't even know what all this crap is. That is. Okay. Oh man. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, the blacklist. This is supposed to, yeah, I'll share this with y'all later. A book. Another book. I got another book that I just opened yesterday. I'll share with you guys when I get back. Okay. Even clothes, man. I gotta call Geico. I mean, not Geico. Yeah, Geico. Yeah. All right, I gotta check that out and make sure I change the address. I made it change. So what's going on? Oh, Mac, what's happening? Salutations. What's going on, beloved? I gotta do something right quick. Then I'm where I head in town. The poster guy here, he lived in Page about 28, 30 years ago. Man, he was talking about R&Ds, slackers, the movie theaters. The movie theaters, like look outside here, updated a little bit, like movies and stuff, yet the seats, some vintage wooden seats, man, and we was laughing like, you gotta bring a donut to sit down on them bad boys. For those of us who have back, surgery and all that, I mean, I'm all right, and then after a while, it's like, wood is good for you, but you gotta remember, it's not just wood. You got that synthetic carpet, you got that radon from the concrete. There's a lot of things that play in, y'all. I just gotta go in there, but I always breathe real good before I go in there, And besides, sometimes it's good to sit on something hard. It's not always good to be all sitting all on a cushion. But if it's like one of those vintage movie theaters with the wooden seats, I bring a donut, y'all. I do. Well, I've got one. I haven't used it because I haven't been to the movies in a long time. And I'll plop my butt right down on it, man. Especially if not sciatica, because I don't have that. But like if my back, like if my knee or my wrist, and now I'm gonna be like, wait, that's something. Look, if my knee and my back is acting up, bro, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've got injuries, bro. And majority of them are from the military. We had to work so friggin' hard. And I'm not crying and complaining because I grew up with those ethics. The problem is what they've done to the body, to y'all's bodies is phenomenal. A lot of people don't know. Somebody asked me, I guess they saw something somewhere. They said, hey, man, he said, how much sugar is that? I said, look. There's going to be anywhere from 250 to 262 different names for sugar. Yet at the same time, to be consistent, there are that many different types of sugar. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, man. You got Xanax gum, you got fructose, sucrose, glucose, you got beach, you got so many. And I was like, why don't y'all ever just stop? Because see, they're not going to teach you in school, because 50% of the professors and another 15% of the professors, first of all, they're Jewish, and a lot of them don't have your best intentions. It doesn't matter how much a person smiles, individual smile in their face or whatever. Some people don't have your best intentions. And that's the world over, like when they betrayed our Mexican brothers and sisters. Now, I don't have a problem. I know real history, but I don't have a problem calling people my brothers and sisters on this earth, right? Like when they lied to them about making soda. But see, the dirty part is they were willing to send the poison, the high-fructose corn syrup, were poison to us, as long as they got the cane sugar soda. And what they did was they gave them the same thing. That's why they had obesity around in the 70s and 80s, just like us. You know what I mean? When you do dirty, dirty comes back at you, especially when you play in the system of the enemy. But what I'll say other than that is, the breaking down of your body is a real thing. You know what I mean? the encapsulating the enslavement of the mind is a real thing. Every day I watch videos, right? I just watch the videos to see what's going on in Florida and Louisiana, Carolinas, Chicago, New Jersey, New York, all over, right? Delaware, Kansas, Arkansas, Cali, Oregon, Washington, Philly, and on and on, man. Ohio. It just keeps going. Nebraska. You know what I mean? I look at these videos in these so-called hoods, and I look at how, and I always look for the ones with these so-called black folks, youngins, fighting, and how quick some of these Negroes, sometimes they don't even be involved in something. They just jump up out of the car and start slinging lead, in any direction. And then I look at their face when they get caught, like, is it possible? And I'm gonna talk about this later. Is it possible that a lot of young so-called black youth or melanated youth, like anybody else, has become more soulless? Or is it a construct of not just an identity crisis, but the lie of it? But is the pain and suffering so much that one is raised in it and it becomes a blissful state? Like it becomes part of your walk. Like it's your narrative. I'm just, these are things I want to have a conversation. I know people like, Red, you used to have some banging podcasts, probably need to do that. I haven't even changed the one for the rabbi thing, because I really want to make sure that he comes on there. I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I have to reschedule a date. He's busy with everything going on in the world. Y'all should know that. But I cut my thumb, y'all. Cutting the ginger this morning. Oh man, my stomach. Oh, bro. Anyway, so I'm cutting it on the edge of the cot, and I was like, oh, dang it. So I'm trying to get the skin off. What surprises me is that there's nobody really attempting to really like deep dive assistant or helping. There's this one guy, Concrete Jungle North, whatever, and another one, and these brothers who ride around and they talk to the homeless or those who are on drugs, like the youth, right? Sometimes I think that's an alternative motive, but I can't facilitate that based on feelings, intrusive feelings and emotions, because that's not who I am. I'm very aware of the world we live in, and I listen to these stories and I listen to these young brothers and sisters speak. I'm talking about like 15, 18 to 22 right now. And there are times when I'm flabbergasted. They didn't get there on their own. They didn't just by happy chance, and and they exist as what they are. You know what I'm saying? This didn't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? But it's, if you don't know the stories and you don't hear what's going on, it's hard to, you can tell who might be making up something or hiding something. But the majority, you can hear the destruction in their lives that permits and allows them to be destructive. You know what I mean? I still read a lot on sociology. That's like I said, that's my really my major, and have a deeper understanding. What can we do to reverse this, right? And now later on we'll get into the older of the consort, those of our age and older, and a little younger. But it is diabolical. So when we think eugenics, is eugenics only taking the life of a youngling coming into this world? Or is eugenics bigger than anybody can imagine? No, seriously. Oh, I got it. Is it bigger than anyone can imagine? You know what I mean? Was eugenics with Margaret Sanger supported by Rockefeller and Carnegie and all of them? Was that just the root of it? so it can grow and spread out. You got to remember now, they were doing it with melanated prisoners before in Cali, spraying chemicals on the coastline, you know, and that's where Hitler got it from. All right. Right now, they're spraying. And stop believing, because they've been opening up about the truth of seeding. We all know since 1940 or 50 or whatever, they were seeding clouds, and it was to weaponize it, in my opinion. But you've seen, all of you have gotten sick in the mist, right? For those of you that didn't, you're fortunate. Well, if I were you, I wouldn't say nothing if you didn't get sick. I wouldn't say a thing. So they'll probably come and get you. Because y'all don't have a tight network. You really don't. Y'all don't have people that be like, oh, well, we got to make something happen, and it be kept on a hush. That's why they have cameras and things everywhere and all that kind of stuff. And they can look through people's trucks and vehicles. A lot of y'all's cars now these days have cameras on them. They can look through your cameras. If an incident happened, they don't need CCTV. They got the front of your camera, the back, the side of your cameras. They know how to tap into all this stuff. They can watch you traveling. Like whenever you hear people shooting in a 2018 or 20, they already know where the car is at and where it's going. Okay? But right now they're spraying, and y'all don't get to see all the accidents that happen on the road from people that's passing out, body shutting down. It's affecting the youth as well. We used to have this young brother in the Bronx we call Smokey. You know, like they call him that. The Dominican Puerto Ricans are brother. You would think he's Nigerian, but he's not. He's, you know, one of ours. They had gave him some bad smoke. And he used to smoke a lot. And after that, he kind of lost his mind. And he used to smoke anything, you know, would get locked up. And they didn't care about mental health, the policing and all that nonsense, the judges, they didn't care. All they saw was another Negro. And he used to, I used to go and look, I ain't buy nobody drugs and stuff, but I used to go with my homies, my cousin's friends, you know, Tony and Padilla and all those guys, right? Lebanese, Puerto Rican, and Lebanese, Cubanos, like a lot of them got together. The ones who were Lebanese, Spanish, right? Lebanese, Mexicans, they were a whole bunch of them. And I would go and get like a half ounce of good weed and get him some backwoods and tell him, look, smoke that. He would smoke that stuff up in one night. So I knew why they call him Smokey, something that messed up in him. It was like he became an empty vessel. I just didn't like the fact that he would picking up and smoking the cigarettes with not even the cigarette, the filter. I mean, but it was something off. And my Jamaican brothers used to be like, yo, if you can get him in here, we could probably get him some food and stuff that can fix how he thinks. And there was even one good vegan Jamaican brother at a restaurant. He did his best because he wanted to take the brother and send him to Jamaica around some, like, I guess y'all could say shamans, who could have probably got him back in line, but, you know, he died. You know what I mean? How? Doesn't matter. We are dealing with something right now that is it's deplorable. And it affects all the other young ones too. Don't think it's just in the so-called black community. It's in all the communities. I mean, I know Vietnamese clans and Chinese gangs and I know even Japanese who are doing smoking this crap, doing these drugs, man. Out here in Arizona, on them blues, man. And with the youth, it is so bad, bro. And how could a government have like you know, like this supposedly great government let this happen? And then you have these so-called these Negroes, these liberals, and the black conservative ones too, right? that they don't even speak on these things. So that's y'all's balance. Now, yeah, there's plenty of plethora, a lot of good ones out there. Oh, yeah, we know that. So does that mean we leave everybody behind? You know, the SEAL team, special forces, special operators, they have this thing, don't leave no one behind. Does it have to be military? Yeah, I guess they wanted to interrupt, because, you know, I told you. Yeah, I guess they wanted to interrupt, because, you know, I told you they're very emotional. But anyway, as I was stating, how did we get to such a deplorable state? It wasn't a fast walk, y'all. And another thing a lot of people don't know about, what's really happened to the so-called black man and black woman in this world. They look at the world put around them with more, you know. Like this one channel, y'all saw I made a post about it, the Israeli guys. The nerve of these idiots to think that they can call themselves Israel, a Jew, or anything. Now, I know I've said, well, they could be the real ones, right? As far as that narrative, Jewish. They're not the true Semitic people. In no way, shape, form whatsoever. And I had someone say, well, you said black folks can make white folks. I said, no, I didn't. I said, melanated people have been known throughout history to bore millions of you into this world. And ignorance, you don't know about it because you know nothing about what happened to women in hospitals and psych wards, normal people by the system, and the children. You don't even know the number of children taken away from our people. Nor what they look like medically, what's happened to other ones. This is the system the Zionists have created. You know what I mean? This is what they have done. And yet you still have these, these DL Negroes running around with their big bushy beards. You know, they get the little high line from, you know, how they line them up. I ain't never seen that in my whole life. But anyway, and they sit up there all big and swollen. Yeah, you know, like they saying some real stuff, and sometimes they are, but they don't have your best interests. They don't have your best interests at all. And until y'all realize that and come around, y'all gonna keep holding on to them as if there's some kind of answer, and they're not. You know what I mean? I mean, look how they murdered Fred in his bed with his pregnant wife. Now his son running around out of Africa and all dumb. You know what I mean? And those behind him, Islam and all that other stuff. You would think that people want to learn something more about who they truly are. It's like Adonis, right? He's going to university over there in Europe, in the UK, and he's talking and debating. He's doing it very logistically and very intelligently, and my hat's off to the young brother. And he's still pushing that now. He knows black is a social construct, has nothing to do with the truth. But he uses it because he has to conversate with all these so-called brothers and sisters out of Ghana and Jamaica and Haiti and Liberia and all. Those individuals don't even know that they're probably from here. And the ignorance, they act like, oh, we create all this great stuff. No, everybody is living our culture around the world. And how do you get that over them? You have more brothers and sisters like Adonis, Curamio, Drop, 432, that's the frequency for those who don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember the other brother. I had all the names wrote down. I'll mention them later on. But there are a lot of brothers, Montezuma. You got a lot of brothers out here that are doing fabulous work, and young ones. So it's not dismissing, but there is substantially this destroyed group, older and younger. But the youth is affecting them in a way that is so. It is so bad, man. So I set it for 11. I'm gonna go here, fill my tank up. Oh, I'm over 3/4, but I'm gonna top it all the way off. I gotta go look at this wood, and I'll make my way back over there and sit down. They're gonna be gone for about 4 hours, and then I'm thinking I should just pick up the plywood while I'm here. I mean, you know, the guys will help me out, get it up on the truck, so I might do that. But I want to really delve into a lot of things. And you know, I'm not sitting here wanting to just blame the fake Jews and AIPAC, because it's our responsibility. I bet y'all didn't think I was gonna say that. It is your responsibility. All you crayon colors, all you so-called racists. I ain't talking about the racist idiots. I'm talking about all you individuals. They are Korean, they are Japanese brothers, they are Hindu women who are marrying us by the droves. Our sisters better get it together. Oh, they're Vietnamese and Filipino women. They done, hey man, listen here, man, thousands and hundreds of thousands making baby. Hey, look, I'm talking about, I ain't talking about no passport goofies. I'm talking about the real world. And light-skinned sisters have woken up and they're like, well, are they gonna get them a brother? They're sisters too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. All right. But the thing is, the self-hate, it's got to stop. The Chinese sisters, man, they're looking good, man. And I know, yeah, I got a little Chinese in me, whatever, right? But it's not about that. It's about, there's a lot of truth coming out. The media is going to hide it. The papers and the TV is going to hide it. So they got to keep pushing the Jewish narrative. And I'm not smacking the Jews. I'm just speaking about what's going on. They got to keep all the melanated, they got to keep the melanated people in a deep deplorable state. But it's breaking. But at the same time, even though it's breaking, the youth, our youth are really messed up right now, man. I watched a video where a couple of brothers was doing their best to break something up, and some cats come around the back and there's, you know, key holding from the back. And I'm like, what the? No, man, that's not who he is. How in the world? You know what I mean? It's like no real deep understanding of self-worth. And I know people have been hearing that since the 1990s, but it's worse. So I just want to come on and drag on that, because when I come on that live at 11, man, I'm gonna pull up some things. And like I said, it's affecting everybody. Don't think it is. And yes, through the music, our culture. And I mean, it affects them in a good way. And obviously the manipulation of frequencies and everything else, and the poisoning and waters and medicine have affected our people in the bad and the worst way. Right? In the worst way. I'm gonna tell them, line me up, I think about 12 half-inch plywood and about 6 particle boards. I'm gonna go over here and do that. I'm over here now. But man. And I know y'all right now looking like, well, he really cares. It's gotta be balanced, man. I don't think y'all take me serious. I really don't think y'all taking me serious, man. I met Olmec's sons, man, and his old lady, and man, marvelous, it's beautiful. I'd like to see more of that, regardless of what goes down, because people argue and fight, right? That's not it. That's not it. But it's the combination of souls, the source, the energy, being together. I'm always looking at my family like, I know exactly when the falling apart happened, and I know why. When you have people ask a certain question and the other ones who are just pushing forward with their pursuit, it starts with them, and those are the ones that looked at like they're stars, like they're great. And those are the ones where the fracturing began. You know? When everybody had it good, they wanted better. That is the deplorable state ours are in. Everybody wants a little better than the next one. You know? And there are those, because they're kind of on that, teetering on that, they go in the symposium, and yeah, that's a good thing. You can get it too. When they could have got together and said, hey, look, in silence. You move in silence. and build everything from the foundation up with the knowledge of knowing laws, this and another, and make it where no one, by getting colloidal titles and everything, no one can intrude. But that shows you that they're not as smart as they think they are. For those who want to be part of the system. I mean, we're all part of the system. I have to be. But y'all don't know how to maneuver it. You know what I mean? I'm a man. I love me some women, but hey, I can't comprehend man wanting to be with a man and woman with a man. I never will. That's abnormal because I know it is. But there are a lot of factors that play in, and it's diabolical. And a lot of that in Georgia and New York, I've seen so-called straight men kill another man, and the reason why was because that man was with his girl and the jealousy, and it routed his ugly head. And I was like, what? You mean Hassan and Kabir was slobbing each other down? Yeah, man, everybody knew it, but like, what? But Kabir's wife, oh man, y'all just letting it be like that? It's okay? Nobody attempt to reach out and say, well, at least let go of your wife? I mean, I don't know. I never lived that life, so you know what I mean? But why are nobody getting together to talk other than battling and fighting and harming one another? And it's big time with the youth. When cats turn 18, 20, they getting OnlyFans, they doing all that gay stuff, man. It's just, oh man, I got rid of my Twitter account. Some fake Jews tried to interrupt some. Because they're stupid. Anyway, and I'm just sitting there going, and I wasn't looking at that stuff. You know how the stuff pop when you're looking at Elon Musk and Trump and all that. And I was trying to find website, just different things on there. And then things started popping up. I'm like, is somebody in my account looking? So then I got a notice saying, oh, your account might have been compromised. No shit. I'm done. Out. I don't care about Twitter, Twitter, X, whatever they call it. I seen enough sick on that mug, like, all right. Okay, they got it good. But when I come back, like I said, I'm not gonna come with I'm not gonna put every bit of information out there. I just really would like to know, because I wonder, how is it that nobody's thinking about this? Is it because everybody's okay with that? My kids are all right. My children are all right. Animals, you call them. My children. I always say children are young ones, young sentient ones, younglings. Not mine are okay. And so, if yours okay, everyone else's being messed up is okay, huh? Is that what it is? And a lot of you are very aware of the system that created this monopoly. A lot of y'all still allowing your kids to eat that garbage at the school. Remember, the Black Panthers established that. The nurse in there and everything. And then what they do, they go, oh yeah, this is a better way for us to subjugate the children, the perversions, because that's why they have to have the money system, so they can rule them all. And then you see all these so-called Negroes running around as if the dollar's the answer, and they don't know the first thing to do with it. But anyway, let me go ahead and do what I got to do, and I'll see y'all at 11, all right? Appreciate y'all coming in and share this. This is not to be beating up on anyone or anything like that. This ain't about slandering and all that other stuff. This is absolutely not about it. And yeah, for the knucklehead that asks, yeah, man, I got some buddies who are police officers, man, who are solid. Man, don't get it twisted. He might have been a bad cop asking. I share the bad cops. Well, I'm gonna share the good ones. I share the good ones every once in a while. You saw the one with the guys dancing. I know lots of them. Why do I need to talk about the good ones? Need the bad ones, get it together. But there's something more deplorable going on, I guess. Hey, look. And they can't get their heads right, I guess. I don't know. It's for y'all to have y'all's opinion. All right? But I'm gonna see y'all here shortly, all right? Appreciate y'all. Kinfolk, you already know. What's up? What's up? Hey, guys, y'all on your way. Andy, Deb, oh my, Suzanne. You already know, mama. Who else is all up in here? Okay, that's all who spoke up. Anyway, I'm gonna see y'all here in a few hours, all right?